Hey YouTube, it's exactly 7 o'clock Eastern time on a Friday night, Friday, January 31st. This is a time that we usually all gather to watch matches, 860 do his live. As probably everybody is aware by now, we lost matches this week. I can't imagine the pain that his family and close friends are going through, and the pain has really resonated into the YTPC. As far as the YPTC as a big puzzle, we just lost a tremendous piece of that puzzle. Just a fantastic, fantastic man. So tonight I just want to take a few minutes and just honor John Harden, who is, we affectionately know as Matches 860. So this evening, I'm smoking in remembrance my Friday Savinelli. I solely have a Friday Savinelli because of Matches 860. No other reason I bought this pipe. In it, give you a guess. Haunted bookshop. It's not in bulk, but I just opened this tin tonight. I've had it a year. Quite frankly, I've been intimidated by it. I'm not a big nicotine fan, and I've had that a year. But I thought it was appropriate tonight to, as I tribute, do my tribute to John, that I try it. Using my Zippo to light my pipe this evening. And of course, pairing it with a ginger ale. So matches. I mean, what can you say that hasn't already been said? I've been in the YTPC almost a year now, and there were a few people that I religiously watched before really even making a video, before even really becoming a pipe smoker. I was smoking cigars last year. A pipe journey is only a year old, but Matches is one of those guys. And I spent countless hours watching Matches videos and drove Mrs. Buckeye crazy. Now, she would watch the Matches videos with me and always would remind me, hey, it's almost time for, as he got into his lives on Friday, it's time for Matches. I'd also get my pop-up from YouTube reminding me it was time for Matches and to jump over. But I drove Mrs. Buckeye absolutely crazy because for a month or two, I would just go around the house and say, Matches 860. And I loved that about him. I loved his tagline, his catchphrase. It drew you into the video. It truly did. And man, certainly one of the things that we'll all miss is just the inflection that he put on Matches. Aside from that, just a fantastic human being. I don't profess to be a close friend or even a good friend. I followed Matches on YouTube. We were friends on Facebook. He would answer a question if I had one. That's what I loved about Matches. This haunted bookshop. Remembering when he gave me some advice about 11 months ago on a video that was about 7 or 8 years old that he had made. He still would respond. Here I am asking a question about haunted bookshop to learn as a new pipe smoker on a video that Matches put up 7 or 8 years before I asked the question. And within hours, if not less, he responded and told me, hey, John, just make sure you have a full stomach and, make sure you take it slowly, have a sugary drink. And if you start getting the heebie-jeebies, just set it down. And he said, it still gives me the heebie-jeebies sometimes to this day. So guess what? Tonight I used that. I've got a sugary drink with me. I'm puffing it slow. In fact, I'm not puffing it at all right now. And I've got a belly full of food just so that I can do it, because that's what matches said to do, right? Man, when I was first getting onto YouTube, you know, back before you had to have 1,000 subs to do a live, I actually was doing a live one Sunday when we were living in the apartment before we moved to the house. And it was early summer, maybe late spring, early summer. And I had 4 people in my live. I think I had 3 people in my live chat, just a couple people. And we were just chatting. And all of a sudden, this 4th person pops in. And it was Matches. And at the time, that was like royalty popping into your live chat. Oh my gosh, Matches! You get all nervous. Matches is here, and in talking to Matches, he's a guy, but this community had that kind of respect for that man. That is, how well loved and respected that John was in the YTPC. Just, I don't want to say the glue that held the thing together, but certainly a huge, if not the biggest puzzle piece of the YTPC. He was that guy. The thing, a couple more quick things I'll share that I really loved about Matches and that I'll certainly miss. Now, the great thing about the YTPC and YouTube is we'll have his videos for years. We'll be able to go back and visit with him and hear the stories again. Unfortunately, we just won't get that new content. But that's okay. We'll still remember him and celebrate his life and use his words as wisdom. I can't tell you how many of his videos I've applied to my pipe smoking hobby. But, the thing I really probably... one of the things I admired the most is just his ability to tell a story. And he reminded me so much of my grandparents in the fact that you would just want to sit and listen to them. You just want to sit and listen to Matches and let his videos play over and over and over again. And the videos where he told stories were absolutely his best videos, in my opinion, bar none. The tutorials, the reviews, all good. But the stories... that has inspired my channel to do the few things I've done along the lines of my Growing Up 80s series, along the lines of Buckeye Sea stories. That's kind of inspired. That's a spinoff or an inspiration from Matches. 100%. And I just love the way he told stories. If you haven't if you're watching this video and by chance you haven't seen Matches' story about the ice cream freezer, it's a must watch. I've probably watched that video 20 times and I laugh every time. It is just fantastic. I'll close by saying how could Matches just talk and tell a story and keep that pipe lit? I've been here 8 minutes. I can't even keep it lit, right? I can't. He didn't let that pipe go out as he told the story. Some other things I'll never forget is how fast he would smoke a pipe. When he said sip, I'm like, oh boy. I mean, Matches, to me, freight train pipes, right? One thing I've stole from Matches is how I hold my straight stem pipes, even a Friday 7 I. And then something that I'll always miss, and that just a little quirk that I picked up that I loved from his videos, is that popping sound he would make as he was puffing his pipe. And I'm exaggerating it, but it was real subtle. Real subtle. So Matches, as we grieve as a community, as your family and close friends grieve, just know how respected and loved you were in this YTPC and how missed you will be. Never to be replaced. And just he knew it. He loved this YTPC so much. His lives to me, and I'll close with this so I'm not too long-winded, but his lives to me that was him giving back to the community. And it took me a while to figure that out. Is I noticed over time his life's kind of changed from storytelling and doing some other things to just more hanging out and just saying, hey, Bill, hey, you know, whoever who's coming in, hey, Buckeye Piper, you're here, hey, good to see you, blah, blah, blah. And it just became that. But what was he doing? And it took me a while to figure out what he was doing. He was building community. That's what he was doing. He was giving all of us a place to congregate, enjoy a pipe, and mingle with each other. The comment sections sometimes were on point with what Matches was talking about or would ask questions, but the feedback and the conversation in the comment sections would just go berserk. And it was people talking and connecting and subscribing to each other and making friendships and making bonds and growing the community. And that's what Matches was about to me, you know, growing the community. Simple as that. Wealth of knowledge. Just an all-around great man. Just an all-around great man. So Matches, we'll miss you, sir. We'll miss you, you know, we'll miss you every day. But, you know, thank you for what you've given us as a community. And thank you personally for the words of wisdom and the tips and the tricks and the techniques that you've given me personally over the last year that I've been in the YTPC. I can never repay that, but I just want to say thank you and just finish this pipe. And from this night forward, my Friday Savinelli, I'm just going to dedicate it solely to blends with burley in them in honor of Matches. So it doesn't have to be a straight burley blend, but if it has burley component in the blend, that's all that's going to go through the Friday Savinelli. All right, everybody. Have a great night. It's been a tough week, but as any community will, we will somehow get through it, and we will somehow keep going and make it stronger, and we will absolutely never forget the great man that Matches was and what he meant to every one of us. Wishing you all the blessings in the world. Pay it forward and take care of each other out there. Be safe. We'll catch you next time. Have a great night, everybody.